Um, but I was saying that this right here, this is a mini disc. So this is like the mini disc.
Oh, okay.
So you could put any jams on this joint. You can rip it anywhere, and this is the mini disc player. This one's broken. This is old.
No, I ain't never had one of those.
Yeah, man. I used to take this to school everywhere. Oh, this is even having a mini disc in there. But I took this to school all the time, and I used to like be able to rip. My brother was the first who put me on there. He was my older brother, and he grabbed the mini disc player, and I was like, man, what is that thing? And he showed me how to use it, and I always wanted one. And one time I went down to like this little, it was called the Game Exchange, and they had like all like PS4 games and stuff like that, or no, they had PS1 games and PS2. But the Game Exchange had a little rack where they had like they sold other things, and I seen a mini disc player, and I'm like, oh, how much you selling that for? They were like, it was like $48 or something like that. And I was like, oh, I want that. And I knew my brother had like extra like blank discs, and I told him, let me get a blank disc, and he gave me like 2. So I took him to school, and I used to like plug in. There's like that little port on the side. It's like right here. It's like import. And then I used to get the little headphone and plug it in there and plug the other headphone in and just toggle the record button, and this will rip sounds. I can even rip sounds like through my headphone, me walking through class. I used to like record that just to get background sounds and stuff. And man, I ripped all these songs on there. So I just remember going back, and that's when I ripped this sub square through the mini. What was the not FL? Damn, music generator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, that stuff had so many songs on there. That music manga was the stuff, man. That was the only way I could get sounds off from the music manga. I think I did get that song, the one I was talking about, how the vocals. I think the beginning part is blank, so I can probably like rip that and just like sample myself and like try to do something with it too. Man, that thing was just be crazy. Music generator, man, that put me on. Like I was the first to kind of to put something together. I remember my brother got it, and I heard him talking about it. And the first day he got it, I was like, "Oh, what's that?" I was like hearing sounds. He's putting sounds together. So I go in the room, and then like I see him like making the beat and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And he was like, "Yeah, it just came out. Like this is music making program." And I was like, man, that looks cool. So there's a day I guess he went to work, so I snuck in his room. I started making the beat. Man, he was so pissed I went in there. But I just remember that day. That was like the first time I ever like started really like touching music. And he was like, man, I know you broke my room to play on this because you left it on. And I was like, I hope you made something crazy. I didn't even know I left it on. Like I guess I heard it just turned it off. It never turned off the PlayStation. So he knew I was in there.